Fuck that house mob. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it.
Spam those sevens. Spam those sevens. Sevens in the chat right now. Spam all those sevens.
Sevens for the seventh seed, right?
Seven seeds. Saying... So address us by the 7 seed Nets. That's how you got to address us. Address us.
I say tonight's game, you need to spam 7 seed, but you need to spam the 11s for Kyrie.
Like, oh yeah. So you can spam 7-11. Go ahead. We'll spam the 7-11.
Spam 7-11, bro. But you can throw KD up in there. You know, KD.
Yeah, 7 seed Nets, bro.
You know.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to the kingdom. Make sure you guys hit that.
7 is my lucky number.
Yeah, make sure you hit that like button for us. Last game of the year. So a lot to talk about. We can talk about we can have the year-end review. We'll talk about the game first, but the year-end review going forward and who we're gonna play in the first round. It seems like it's looking very Boston-ish. But we got one game in front of us. We got to focus on the Cavs first because that's not going to be.
Yeah, easy. I don't even want to think about the first round, bro. I don't even want to think.
We got to focus on the play-in to get in.
I'm nervous.
Why are we in the play-in?
This is what I hate about play-ins, dude. Because anything can go wrong with a play-in. Anything can go wrong, or it can go real right, and it's like, I hate play-ins, dude.
I hate it too, bro.
It's stupid, bro. Why did they change that? Like we're 7 seed.
They're trying to make things exciting. They're trying.
They want to make things exciting for the fans.
Man, fuck
That's funny though. Let me shout out the chat, yo. Hit that like button for us, y'all. King Jet, yo, what's good? I see y'all 7-11 spamming. Uncle Drew 11, yo, what's good? Dapper Dawns, John Connor, Yancey Gunn, Maya B, hey Maya B, No Limit Ka, hey No Limit Ka, Barry Garrix, what's up? Martell, Fly Guy, Squad. Immoral Knight, what's up? And Brooklyn Yonko, hey, what's up, Brooklyn Yonko?
Where Age at?
Oh yeah, where has Age been? I don't know. Age
I don't know. I know Age moved back to New York, so he's probably been out.
He's back over here, right?
Yeah, he's back there. I think I don't know if he's in Brooklyn, but we should reach out to him. I don't know if he's reached out to him, but he may be doing his thing. You never know.
Yeah. So we got the game to talk about. Then we got Ben 10. We got the Ben 10 news, and then we'll do the year-end review. So we'll do it like that. But this game again, if you're joining us right now, we just beat the Indiana Pacers. First quarter, it was everything we asked for again. A great start. You know what I'm saying? The Nets led the Pacers. We scored 41 points in that first quarter.
First quarter was great. Yeah.
Did you see how we was passing the ball and people was cutting and we actually were playing basketball? Like that's crazy. I sat back. I had to do a double take. I said, no, this is a different team I'm watching. Like this is not.
But the last 2 games they've
started out like that.
Energy.
Yeah.
41-29 at the end of the first. Kyrie had 10 on 5 for 6 shooting. We shot 75% from the field. We just took 3 threes. Again, KD had 6 assists in that first quarter. So he just turned into a point guard mode. KD went point guard mode this whole first half. Basically, they were double teaming him off the screens, and he was basically taking what the defense gave him because they weren't trying to let KD go off. So he was like, okay, bet I'll turn into the point guard mode and score. And pass and distribute. So halftime came and we led the Pacers 76-60. Again, we were cruising. KD had 10 and 9 assists. Andre Drummond was doing numbers on the boards, and Kyrie was cooking. Now the third quarter is when, of course, we always do this in the third quarter. We blow the lead. So we blew the lead in the third quarter. Now the Pacers went on a run in that third quarter. They went on a 19-4 run in that third quarter. I think the key to their run was basically we weren't guarding the three-point line. We weren't getting back in transition. They were getting too many fast break points, and we have way too many turnovers. I think we had 22 turnovers tonight or something like that. It was up in the 20s. So they were scoring off our turnovers, points off turnovers. So it was just very, very lazy passes, very, very just bad. It just looked discombobulated. You know,
and shout out to Ant though. They did switch to the zone.
They switched to zone, yeah. They switched to zone.
And until we make an adjustment, that usually makes us look stupid.
What do you guys think was the key to like Indiana's run in that was it third quarter?
I mean, you just
quarter.
kind of broke it down. They
playing,
came out. Yeah, I mean, they came out. They switched to zone. They actually were hitting their shots. They increased their defensive intensity. You saw that stretch. Remember where we couldn't get the friggin' ball inbounds? And the guys kept coming up behind.
What's his name? The kid O'Shea Brissett hit like 5 threes in a row. I was like, who is this guy? O'Shea
No, they
Brissett.
started hitting their shots. But isn't that the tale? Like, this is the same thing. Tale of two teams. Yeah. Last game was like this. We come out one quarter, one half playing one way. We come out the next quarter, the other team adjusts, and it takes us a minute to figure it out, Nash to figure it out. But however, I will give give Nash credit coming on national TV. And if you did notice, he was visibly pissed during a timeout, he came out and he said it best like that. I sent the tweet out earlier where it was like, Nash said it best on national TV in that third quarter. Nets lost focus on closing a team out, and he's like, we can't do that, right? And so finally, instead of just clapping, what's that?
No, I was gonna say Saints talking about that. I was just letting the chat know. Saints talking about that point when the Indiana went on a 19-4 run in the third quarter. Steve Nash called a timeout, and you could see him like he was pissed off, like yelling.
Yeah, he was yelling at the team because they got lazy, and then he got on TV and was actually said the right words. I was shocked that Nash, this is where I'm shocked that Nash did this, because generally you just see Nash doing this, or he just sits there, just like a dead face on nothing, no emotion. It's okay, guys, we can do it. But it was nice to actually see him. Thank you. Yeah, it was actually nice to see him call out the effort that the team was putting out there in that third quarter. And that's my point. Not to be like, oh my God, Steve Nash is the greatest, or to be apologist, but the man said the right thing. They lost.
We bash him a lot about
What's
that.
that?
We bash him a lot about that. So when we see him get better,
when he actually does what a coach is supposed to be, I'm going to be like, hell yes.
You gotta give him credit, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Find that super chat. Somebody super chatted.
Oh, okay, I got you.
There's somebody super chatted. So again, like Shane was saying, the third quarter came and Indiana went on that 19-4 run. But what's crazy is they cut the lead to 1. We led by 1, but then Brooklyn made a run at the end of the third quarter. I think it was like a 12-2 run at the end of that third. So we got the lead back, and it was 103-94 in the end of the third quarter. So they made a run, 19-4 run, and then we made a last minute run, but we still had the lead in the fourth quarter. Then the fourth quarter, it got shaky again. The Pacers cut it down to, it was 120-114, Buddy Hield with 5 minutes left. And I think when we cut it down, when the Pacers cut it down to, I think, 6, that's when Kyrie went crazy. Kyrie went crazy in the fourth.
Yeah.
He was just out of his mind. Again, shooting well. He was getting to the basket, hitting his mid-range. He just let us.
And this is another perfect example to pause on Kyrie. When when people you even heard the national TV try to bring up Ramadan, and it's like, but this is the thing that people say, oh, don't do Ramadan. It's like, bro, this is a middle of the game day where he's not allowed to eat, and it didn't affect him. Dude had energy, dude was hitting shots, so it's not even an issue. Dude had a great game and stepped up.
Great game, 35, 7, and 5 assists, I think. 35, 7, and 5.
Had a hell of a game, and it was great to see.
Yeah. 15 for 20. Yeah, 15 for 20. Kyrie was incredible. Sensational. We can get this from Kyrie. What? And KD still gave us 20, 10, and what do you have? Triple-double?
Yeah, his shot was on. Yeah, go for it, Julian. Go for it.
Even with the doubles, KD was getting good looks. His shot was kind of off, but on 9 times out of 10, he would have still had 32 tonight, even with the doubles.
If KD's shot was on, he would probably have 30.
He was still getting good looks.
Yeah, he would have 30.
Yeah, his shot was. Listen, KD's shot was off a little bit, but he still got to the. That's the other thing, because somebody tried bringing up the refs, and it's like, nah, dude, the refs were good this game. They got to. That half, KD was 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and that's how it should be every freaking game, right? That's literally how it should be every game. And he still is making his free throws, but I liked what KD did tonight. Even though, say, the shooting aspect wasn't where people would want it, but I love that he kept taking what the defense gave him, and that that give and go game to Drummond was working.
And Clax a couple times too.
Yeah, and Clax, exactly. I love that he even Bruce Brown gets in that mix, right? Like I love that at least KD. KD had a 20, 16, and 10 triple double, right? Like you can't crap on him, right? His shooting wasn't where you expect it to be, but at the same time, he stepped up and did all these other things. And you know what? Like that's pretty much a little under James. James Harden usually sometimes gets close to that, but it's atrocious, like every game shooting wise and other things. But it like KD's allowed to have a game like that, right? Where he's allowed to not shoot that great, but take what the defense gives him. And play great defense and pass the ball.
Because sometimes you don't want to force those. Like you're getting double teamed, you don't want to force those. Like take the guy who's rolling, take Claxton who's rolling,
and
take Bruce Brown cutting.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
And he was having a hard enough time. I mean, KD did have another one of his high turnover games, but when you're passing, when you're a facilitator like KD was tonight, and that's not your primary position, you're probably going to have
16 assists to 6 turnover ratio is good.
Is great.
You 16 assists to 6 turnover ratio, that's good.
Bro, KD is so good. Like he is one of the top 3. I think he's the best, but he's a top 3 player, and he's so good. Where something like this happens, like I feel like he's almost I don't know if this is a word, but uncriticizable, because it was just a bad shooting night. But we know 9.8 times out of 10 he doesn't really have bad shooting nights. So like when he has games like this, I genuinely really don't care.
And do you consider that slander? Because I know people, Hernandez in here, he's like, no beef though, please no. Nobody's see. This is the thing. I think people need to define what slandering and talking about a player having a good game and some having like part of their game being good and then part of their game not being that good for a day. It's not slander. It's just factual stats that we're talking about.
KD's scoring titles are fake. His rings
that's slander.
You know what slander is? I went into the Discord
or his rings don't matter. That's
I went into our Discord at like the 4th quarter, and somebody was like dirt choke. Somebody said that dirt choke. And I'm like, bro, like are you
thank you. That's slander.
Slander, you really?
I still like a lit choke better, but you know.
Shout out Uno Fish. He said today's game was a bit sloppy. We cannot allow that, but we have to say the ball movement was good. Must win the play-in, and good news on Ben 10. Yes, sir. Uno Fish. Thank you, bro, for the super chat, bro. Yeah, so the 4th quarter ended again. Kyrie took it over in that last. I think it was the last 4 minutes he took over, bro. It was just unreal from Kyrie, and we ended up getting the game. So it's looking like I said. It's looking like first we got to focus on the Cavs, but if we beat the Cavs, it's looking really Boston-ish. You know, it's looking very Boston-ish.
It's giving Boston.
It's giving.
How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about that? Who would you rather want, Boston or Bucks first?
Boston.
Because I heard people have been saying they want all the smoke. Give me the Bucks right now.
With it doesn't really matter too much to me, but I feel like with Boston, like I feel like Ben Simmons is perfect for that Boston series. Now you were able to take KD off of Jason Tatum. Yeah. Obviously, now you'd have to go through Giannis through the Bucks, but like I don't know. Like I'm just like in the
it's like very
thing. And also the Celtics do not have Robert Williams.
Yeah. Like I said, first let me read some of the comments. And then we'll talk about the Ben 10. We gotta talk about the Ben 10. Yeah, we gotta talk about the Ben 10.
And you did hear us talk about it here a little bit first. And we did kind of bring up people we talked to said a possibility first round, and it's starting to look like that.
Yeah. It's crazy we was in spaces and then like literally just like talking about that.
And then all of a sudden
Shams was like first round, Shams and Woj.
Right.
I wish we gotta play the Woj clip. Maybe we'll find the Woj clip.
I just think they're a good first team to play. I think they're like not a warm up in a disrespectful way. But you know, I just think it's a good series. You know, I think we'll beat them. Like how many games do y'all think we'll beat them in?
Boston?
They're a different team than last year, though. Even without Robert Williams,
6.
Did we sweep or we went 5?
We 5.
6.
We got Ben. If Ben comes in,
five,
if Ben slides in there in that game 2-ish, game 3-ish, I think it's 5. If Ben slides in there.
And the Celtics do start off at home.
Yeah.
A nursing student would say this. Hey, please stop talking.
What do you mean, man?
Hey, this is 4 guys hanging out, like just talking shit. Like it's gonna happen, ma'am. Or
nursing student though. That's crazy. That's a crazy.
Sir, I don't know if you're a woman or a man, but
Either one.
This is
Why'd
it's
you
gonna
put
happen.
hey in your YouTube message?
I'm
Hey,
sorry, but
please.
it is gonna happen. We are
Frickin'
gonna
hey,
overtalk
bro.
each other.
We'll
Hey,
try not to do
please.
it though, just for you.
Somebody said, oh, they're saying Nets in 6 in the chat.
That's
Okay,
what I
Nets in 6.
Hey, tell me, Rage, you have more than one for Where's Chubbs tonight.
Oh. I'm gonna send you like 3.
yeah.
like,
Please get those sent. Do we
When
want
do
to
we
get
start
Chubbs?
doing this?
Last
well
stream.
last
stream, you
stream?
Yeah, last stream. Let me read some comments though. I know y'all is coming at. Okay, somebody said we are not just gonna run through that Celtic team. I agree. We're not gonna
If
run
we
through
have
that.
no,
Ben,
I
I would disagree.
don't agree
If we have
either.
Ben, if we have
Yeah.
Ben, I think, and you can put him on Jason Tatum. I mean, if Jason Tatum is getting held down, like what else can they really do? Like,
Yeah. Somebody said Nets in 5. Seth Curry is good. Yeah, Seth Curry rested this game. If you guys don't know, he rested. He deserved this. He needed this rest. He needed this rest this game. So we can have him for that play-in game. They might actually, the Cavs might actually get Jared Allen back, which is pretty interesting. So they could run that big lineup with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley for that play-in on Tuesday.
I don't
That
think
game
that's.
that makes that game
that's
spicier.
I don't think
It makes it
it's too
spicier,
smart.
right?
I don't think it's too smart for the Cavs though. I don't know.
For
Why?
Jared
what
Allen,
was his injury?
His hand injury, like he was barely using it.
He broke his. Was this a shooting hand?
I don't
think
know.
he broke his shooting.
I'd
finger,
have to
one of his
look at it
fingers.
to get the exact finger, but it was enough to keep him out. But like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like I get what you're saying, Rage, but it's like if it's a play-in and he can go, you got to put Jay in because that
It's gonna be
dude,
tough.
that dude allows the rest of their team to do what they're supposed to. When you take him out, it makes like Mobley. You saw him like having to do more inside than he really wants to. You know, like Jared Allen just allows those guys to operate a lot more freely. Shout out to Elijah Hall. What if the Celtics lose and the 76ers win? And I'd love that too.
Sweet.
that would be amazing. I quite honestly,
No, if the Celtics lose, we still play I think we still play the Bucks because the Bucks have the tiebreaker. If all 3 teams lose, I think the Bucks have the tiebreaker.
I wanted
But the Bucks punted that game. They punted their game. They were down.
I wanted to see the 76ers too. That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JA shooting hand. So he broke his
He still laid the ball up and stuff. Like he not shooting hand is his dominant hand.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
his dominant hand.
Not, still gotta lay it up and dunk. Yeah.
Not his literal shooting hand, his dominant hand. Like
And that's free throws. He's free throws too, right?
He's not a bad and he's not a bad free throw shooter. He can still hit them.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah, he still got to like dunking. That's still your shooting hand.
You dunk and then you go up and that bit hit in your finger.
Ooh, you know how painful that is? Imagine he hits the rim.
Ooh, shit.
That's good. If you broke your finger
they
and
throw,
you dunk and hit the rim.
They throw a pass and the ball hit right here. You know,
that hurts.
Oh my god.
But back to the Ben news, right? So
is that
we're in
Spaces
talk about Ben, and you guys heard this before, like Saint said last stream about us talking about Ben coming back in the playoffs.
Benjamin.
So literally, we get the Woj report. Shams report. Shams put out that there's optimism for Ben Simmons to come back in the first round, and this is the day after we the Nets on the social media they dropped the Ben footage on Instagram, so everybody went crazy. And then the next day after, we're like, okay, is Ben coming back? Ben coming back? And then we see Ben tonight. Shout out to Christian Winfield. He put out Ben Simmons pregame warm up. So we're like, oh, Ben looks all right now. Like Ben's looking okay. And then Shams just gave us the cherry on top. Like, okay, Ben coming back, and Woj too. Woj said he basically said Ben's coming back first round, but it would be a limited role, and that's all due to his rehab.
Yeah, we talked that about that actually in the last 2 streams too. That where if he does come back, I wouldn't be surprised if it's off the bench or he has a minutes restriction. They're not just going to throw him. I can't imagine they're going to throw him straight in as a starter, like right off to go. I don't know. I just don't get that vibe.
Yeah. They said it was going to be a limited roles, like 10 to 15 minutes. So again, like Saint was saying, I think we're probably gonna, if we do play the Celtics, I don't think Ben's gonna play the play-in, but if we do play the Celtics first round, he'll probably come off the bench. I think he'll come off the bench, and they'll ease him into it. I don't think they're just gonna throw him in the starting lineup as soon as possible. But like I said,
you can arguably win this series without Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, you very could, but I mean, it just
It makes it easier. It makes it easier. But the fact that we're playing the Celtics, it's like gives us a little bit of like easiness. I'm not saying the Celtics are easy, but I'm saying I'd rather play the Celtics and ease Ben in than play the Bucks and then have to throw Ben in there against the Bucks. I feel like that's a little.
And I mean, let's be honest, dude. Any of the teams we're about to face can beat us, right? Like, I'm not saying they're winning the series, but it's like Celtics can beat us, the Bucks can beat us. I'm not talking series. I'm just talking games. So it's you know, like I think if you didn't have what we had this year and you had everybody healthy, we could be a lot more cocky and confident. But I don't think you walk into any of these, you know, because my thing is like I'm not even worried about the first round. I want it. Like my biggest thing is like, dude, we got playing games to win.
Yeah.
Right. Like and that could go like you never know what can happen in those. So it's like
we should be more worried about the playing than talking
exactly.
about.
I am exactly, and that's what I'm kind of saying
right?
is like I don't even really care whether it's Celtics, Bucks, or whoever else. Like we need to get into that playing and we need to win that game. Like that
we can lose a game, right? A playing game.
We can, but we don't want to. You don't want to.
Of course, we don't want to. But
we should treat this game like we're going home. We should.
This is like game 7 in the finals type of attitude you need to have for this next game. Like you cannot do what you did today, where you come out strong in the first and play good partially in the second, and then you come out in the third and you're just like out there playing pickup basketball. Like that shit has to stop, right? We've seen it all season with the team where they come out with two different types of intensity in a game, and sometimes it's hard for us to recover and we lose the game, or the game is a lot closer than we want it to be, and it takes away from the good shit that they did in the game, and then everybody and fans and other players, they look at it and they go, "Oh, you guys aren't really that big." So it's like you gotta like that's a bad habit,
The situations like we saw tonight, like the turnovers and Katie having a bad shooting night, like that can all happen in one night. And you're like, you could be taking an L and go home. Like that's the scariest part about these March Madness playing games, bro. Like somebody can have a bad night. What's tonight? O'Shea Brissett. He averages 34% from three, and he hit 5 threes tonight.
Who even is that? Who even is
O'Shea Brissett?
So who the hell is the playing what is a Brissett? What is a Brissett?
Brisket.
Brissett, bro.
Brisket.
Brisket.
Like,
yo, Saint, check your DMs. Saint, check
O'Shea Brissett. But yeah, so like it's in the Ben 10 news. If you're joining us right now,
holy fuck.
There's optimism of Ben coming back first round, and it's looking like we're gonna play the Cavaliers in the playing game on Tuesday. So.
Rage,
I don't hate that either.
Rage, dude.
Oh, you're talking about the
Rage.
Wear Chubbs?
Oh my god, bro! The story I'm about to weave.
I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're gonna find a way.
Come on! How many stories have you heard me make up on the spot?
I'll never forget when we first started it. Like Kyrie had a very eventful day. He was like, I did all this. And I'm ready to go to bed now. That's so stupid.
Somebody said Syracuse, New York. Yeah. Is that where he's from? I thought O'Shea Brissett from Syracuse. Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know that, and I didn't care to look it up. So thank you.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, the chat's feeling for where Chubb's at. So I guess we got to do.
All right. Yeah. Oh, this is. Give me a minute. I'm setting it up.
All right, setting it up. I'll read some.
Yeah,
comments.
you all saw what Chubbs did yesterday, and that's.
Yeah.
Dude, I got so many pictures.
If you don't know, our co-host Chubbs he's taking a sabbatical. He's taking a sabbatical from Nets, from just watching the Nets. So he's on a little sabbatical. So
yeah, I mean, listen, Chubbs took a little heat. Like Chubbs came on a little bit ago. If you're not aware, Chubbs came out. And he needed a break because to his point, a lot of these up and down games were just getting brutal to watch. It was way too much, and. Like Chubbs just came on. He's like, yo, I need a break. I got school. I'm doing this other shit. Like I gotta step back. Right. And in the next 2 games proceeded to like almost kind of proved his point of like the up and down. And then yesterday we did a Where's Chubbs. So today Chubbs as normal, even though it is Sunday. I'm gonna pretend it's Monday, and Chubbs went to school that morning, right? Like Chubbs has got
Yo,
Chubbs has got
Chubbs.
his new. He just got his new. What do they call those things?
Hoverboard,
They're
man.
like, it's like a hoverboard with a
Oh,
like knee brace, like.
scooters.
Yeah, because you saw Chubbs drop $50 the other day, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
he
I
dropped a
think
big
because
money.
Chubbs hasn't been watching Nets game and his blood pressure hasn't been going up, he's also not had to spend any money on alcohol or weed or anything. So he's saving money. So he bought himself one of these, right? And now he's just rolling through school. Now he's like, dude, I got money. I'm feeling good. He's, he was on his way, to school, went through the park.
Chubbs on the Segway.
Yeah, and Chubbs is an avid. I mean, if you guys didn't know, Chubbs is huge rugby player, right? Like that day.
This isn't rugby. This is actually ultimate frisbee.
That's a frisbee. Shit, I thought it was. It looked like a. No, I stand corrected. I mean, Chubbs is one of the.
Chubbs.
Yeah.
You didn't tell
I've
us you
seen
played
him-
ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, I think he's
I
been
played
on
it
a
in
Wheaties
gym
box
class
for
not
that
too
shit,
long
bro.
ago, bro.
Yeah, I think Chubbs has been on a Wheaties box, like personally.
Damn, Chubbs was,
At
Chubbs
least
I didn't know that,
at least
bro.
a few of them, bro.
So after a great day at school, frisbee practice, Chubbs decided to go home and get ready for the night. And
That's crazy.
Chubbs hopped in his hot tub, grabbed a brew. He's just chilling, relaxing. I mean, you gotta loosen your muscles after a day of frisbee golf. Full
Damn,
contact.
Chubbs, you didn't tell me you
frisbee
had a
golf,
jacuzzi, Chubbs. You didn't tell me you had a jacuzzi.
right?
Did not
And
tell
then,
us.
and then, of course, after Chubbs has a day like that, where else is? I mean, the one thing that Chubbs took from James Harden is he always knew to go out and have a good time at night, right?
Oh no!
And look at that man. He's like, that's Chubb. Look at the man taking the picture
Chubbs
right
went to
to his
Miami.
right.
Hold on,
He's
wait,
like,
wait.
he's
Look
like,
at the
that's
chain.
That's got to be
that's
Miami.
like Chubbs from Nets. That's from Chubbs from Nets Kingdom with AJ and Saint and
Yo,
Rage. Like,
Chubbs
But look
went to
at
spring
look at the
break?
chain though. Y'all not seeing the chain.
and the white girl with the drink going Chubbs. Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
Like-
Chubbs went to Magic. Yo, Chubbs, you didn't tell me. Oh, this
Yeah.
is probably when he went to Florida. This is probably when he went to Florida.
well, no,
Bro,
Chubbs
exactly. You
flew.
see the palm trees. You see the palm trees. You see
Yeah,
I like
Chubbs,
the
you-
shit.
This
I
is
like
spring
the
break.
James
you
wearing.
throwing up gang signs? What's that?
No, he's saying what's
You
up.
just
Like,
call
he's having a blast,
he
bro.
cooling.
I should have said Chubbs chartered a flight and flew to Miami. Like, that's.
And so does
He said the
Chubbs,
fittest
you
stay
know,
on no
it-
matter what.
And so does the smile. And so does the smile.
And the smile, yeah.
Nah,
No.
Chubbs has the fitted on a jacuzzi, man. You really that guy, Chubbs.
And then, as
Bro.
usual, Chubbs ended his day at home on the couch
with the fitted on, you know.
with the fitted
With
on.
the-
Yeah,
on
Chubbs
stage.
sleeps in
And
the fitted. It
bro
never
was
comes off.
sleeping while smiling.
Yeah,
Yo, that
That's
Nets,
how
that fit is
cheap-
gonna
yeah.
be on forever.
because you notice his eyes are closed, right? Like, look at his eyes; they're closed, but he's still smiling.
He having a good ass dream. We gonna have one.
Yeah.
And a good ass
Fit it
dream.
on stays on.
He is
forever.
You know,
having a good
look,
ass
he's snuggling with the covers. He comfortable. That's all it
Yeah.
is. That's why he's smiling.
Yeah.
Because
so,
I expect to really refresh Chubbs when he comes back.
there we go, man. Where's
after the
Chubbs?
next
The
game.
chat asked for it. Where Chubbs at? That's where
Yeah.
the chat asked for it.
There you go.
Where's
That's what
Chubbs?
Chubbs is doing. Chubbs has
Yeah.
had, I will say, Chubbs has had two of the best days I've seen anybody have in a long time.
Even
Okay.
Kyrie could not relate.
He said even Kyrie could not relate.
Somebody said rain and B word Chubbs.
Chubbs, man. I'm telling you,
Yes,
man.
sir,
That's what
Chubbs
happens.
stay with the fitted. Chubbs is sleeping in Kyrie motel. Yeah, they do have the same. Chubbs and Kyrie have the same couch and blanket, by the way, if you didn't know that.
Chubbs is Zoe. Damn, Zoe Pound. So
Chubbs
man,
is
y'all
really
crazy.
getting around. Yeah. Chubbs
Shout out to
is-
Chubbs,
You
though, man.
stop
Shout out
watching
to
the
Chubbs.
Nets. Like you're able to just fully just be free and
He's
Hey,
free,
enjoy
man.
life.
We miss you, Chubbs. Come back. Otherwise, you're going to get another round of what the hell you've been doing. We're going to put you
Another
business.
round.
He'll be back. If you're joining us right now, we just beat the Pacers 134-126. 7th seed Nets. You know what I'm saying? We locked in at 7th seed. So Tuesday we'll be playing the Cavaliers. So for the matchup against the Cavs, how you guys feeling? Like, do you guys what do you think we need to do this game on
I would
Tuesday?
feel really good if Jared Allen wasn't there. To
You say you
start
feel
off.
better?
I would feel so good. First of all, Kevin Love, don't let anybody fool you. Kevin Love is never that. He's never having a game like that ever again in his life. So let's start off with that. 'Cause I know he had like 32. How many points he had?
Are you saying Kyrie and KD mode, like playoff mode's about to get activated? Like,
Yeah.
is that what?
Yeah.
Is that
That
what
The playoff mode
that
is
too.
gonna be
But I'm talking about Kevin Love because people, Kevin Love dropped so and so. He had like
Oh, yeah.
what 40 last game. He will never ever do that ever again in his fucking life.
Wait,
I
who they
promise.
play? Are you
The
talking about
Bucks.
last game?
The Bucks,
Against the
yeah.
Bucks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they blew the Bucks out.
They
We
punched the
don't
Bucks
know if
bad.
Jared Allen is playing. There is
That's a big
speculation
thing.
out there. They're looking at it.
Did you look it up? I didn't even see it.
Yeah, let me see, find for sure. But I haven't
Bro.
heard anything that, that says guaranteed
Yeah.
he's playing. yet.
Jared Allen, bro, just sit back because even if y'all were to somehow be like, you're not doing anything in the playoffs, so just chill at home, get some pieces over the all. That's what I hate, bro. Just sit him because y'all are not doing anything in the playoffs. You're not. So why can't you? Why just sit him and just go back to the drawing board in the offseason, make some moves. But as of right now, we know you're not. Come on, bro. Just sit out. Let us come in there. We gonna make it quick and painless. It's not even gonna be a big deal. But just take it. Just lay down. Stop.
The first half.
It's not sounding good because I'm seeing two things: Darius Garland on not having Jared Allen a mid-playoff push. Cavs' latest concern on Jared Allen's injury ahead of play-in tournament. It's still kind of up in the air. There is nothing. Said, according to sources who spoke with Cleveland, a concern surrounding the injury is pain tolerance, especially on catches. Allen and Cleveland remain hopeful for a play. So it's 50-50. Remains hopeful for a play-in tournament return, if not the regular season finale Sunday. Still, it's hard to see him being 100% when he gets back. The fracture sources say is at the lower portion of the finger. So he could be back, right? Like, I guess they showed him out there
Chance.
2 days ago. He was working out pregame. Yeah. So, I mean, he's not 100%, but it does sound like there is a possibility he could come back. But that could go. All he's got to do is dunk it. Like, how effective is he going to be if he still is nursing in his mind? Yeah. Like, if it's
or if
still
he blocks a shot or something, like
yeah,
that's what I was going to say. He could block a shot and hurt himself.
And also with Jared Allen's availability, like always remember that, like if the Cavs lose this game, they also get another game. Obviously, you want to win as much as you can. You want to get it when you can, but they also do have another win. So maybe they I don't know.
Could save him for that.
I actually feel bad for. Yeah, I feel
they could save him for the second game.
That's what I was thinking. But you can also put in your mind that you want to win every game you can. But.
I kind of feel bad for the Cavs because they were kind of like my second team that I kind of enjoyed because I don't watch a ton of extra basketball outside of the Nets just because I don't have the time. But when I would catch extra games when the Nets weren't playing, like the Cavs were the one team that I liked to watch because they were fun and exciting and nobody expected them to be there. Jared Allen is one of my favorite players. He was my favorite Net, and it's kind of sad to see him go down like that. Not too sad that it's not going to, he may not play against the Nets, but anything could shake out. Exactly. What
basically what we're saying, Jared, is sit your ass down. That's what you need to do. That's what we're saying, basically.
Basically,
just relax.
The biggest thing,
we love you, but sit down.
The biggest thing we got to do, to me, on Tuesday, again, lock in on Darius Garland. So hopefully Bruce Brown guards Darius Garland. And we gotta win that boards battle because they got what 3 7-footers.
They have a total bro. They have literally like 10 7-footers. Like
you can't let them get so many check-in because we did a good job. Remember that first half we were killing the Cavs with the ball movement on the boards, but the second half that's when it got sloppy. We went back to the ISO.
And AJ, I gotta mention it too. Like they literally they switched to zone. The Cavs switched to zone in the second half. And then we started to fold, and then the Pacers switched to his zone, and then we started to fold.
Yeah. So the Cavs realized they couldn't guard us in man, so they were like, "We're going zone." And the Pacers did that same thing tonight. And like I said, we gotta hopefully Nash plans a zone offense because he knows teams when they play us, they're either gonna go zone or double KD and Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? That's their two options.
The Nets have got to figure it out because we are not going to. If we play like we played in the third quarter, it's going to be a rough go for us in this playoffs. Like you
So-
have to make it a from beginning to end effort to,
you gotta be locked in for 4 quarters straight.
you got
4
to.
quarters straight.
There's no other way around it.
Yeah, like and we gotta limit our turnovers, man. We can't have bad turnovers in that play-in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if we run offensive sets and, like I said, to keep the ball movement and play defense, be locked in for 4 quarters, like because that's the problem.
I think we good, bro.
We just gotta be locked in for 4 quarters straight. Like it can't be
And
one
that's
quarter.
the thing. We don't have to be the greatest defensive team out there.
We don't.
No,
right?
no,
All
don't.
you have to do is communicate.
Yeah.
And show that effort where it's just like, bro, you can like, and you just have to be competent and like semi like, average at defense as a team.
Yeah.
Enough to disrupt the other team and their shots. The problem is when we don't play that defense and we're giving these guys just like
Wide open
untold amount of wide open threes, or we're
Yeah.
constantly closing. Like you can't afford to do that. And if the man behind you is not talking to you about which way to go on the pick or under, over, switch, like if they're not doing that shit, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be done.
Yeah, we got to communicate. Like I said, we got to be locked in all 4 quarters, man. Because like I said, this Cavs team, if Jared Allen comes back, it's still a problem. Like I said, you got Darius Garland, who's a great scorer. You got Karis LeVert. We don't know what Karis can do, and Evan Mobley's up and coming. And then you got Jared Allen. So it's like it's still, and Kevin Love off the bench. So it's like it's not going to be too easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be. I hope it's
Kevin
easy.
Love,
I hope it's going to be
Kevin
easy.
Love, he dangerous, bro, because he'll give you a good 2 points. So he's really a threat. He's really a threat. Give you about a good.
Sure, don't do it violate. Kevin, what did Kevin Love have last
40,
game, bro?
In 40 minutes, he's very dangerous. Good, but
He'll
it'll
give
be
you
but it's a good 4 points. Like he's 2 for 2.
Nah, he'll give you 8 points and 10 rebounds. That's Kevin Love right there. He'll give you 8 points. No, 8 points, 8 rebounds.
He 6 points. He 6
2
rebounds.
2 for 2. You said it's a good
for 2.
But that's 100% from the field.
2 is crazy.
He's 100% for the field.
2 threes too. He's taking wide, those wide open threes he takes. He'll be taking those wide open threes. He'll hit 2 of them and then he'll just disappear for the whole game.
1 for 5. But it's okay. It's okay.
1 for 5.
Somebody said Kevin Love's a bench player now. Yeah, he comes off the bench, bro. He's a bench player.
And he's also 37.
That's where he belongs.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's older. You're right. He's older now. So.
When Kevin Love's in the game, we should definitely.
Kevin Love is
37.
he's
actually 33. I don't know why he said he's 37. It seems
What
like
the
he's
fuck?
37.
He's 33.
Yeah. He's a little 10 years younger than me.
We should switch on him, bro. If Kevin Love is out there, 1-on-1 him because he is not playing defense on that.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, no shade, man. No shade.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Brendan, you like my mug? Yeah, this is one of my favorite mugs.
Ooh,
that's
right. The Aztec. Look like the Aztec.
No, this is Aztec, man. You need to go back to social studies and history. This is the Buddha, bro. What are you talking about?
My fault.
Aztec.
I thought it was the Aztec Maya.
Aztec. Yeah, you've been out of school a while, haven't you? Because I know I would forget.
Oh man. Somebody said Kevin Love is averaging 13 and 7. Okay. He's saying.
Listen. Shout out. I will give Kevin Love some credit, right? Because people cooked his ass in the whatchamacallit, in the Olympics. Remember in the Olympics? They were cooking him, and the dude heard that and went back, and you could tell he put work in his game this year. Like he heard that because he has deserved his slander at times. But this season, I will say, to compliment, considering what people thought he was going to be for the Cavs this year, he took what he heard, and it's obvious. And, what he's given the Cavs this year, nobody expected that man to do.
He's been working hard. He's been working hard.
You can tell he's been working hard.
In the Olympics.
And he's putting time into, he came in, he said, okay, I got to stat pad a little more. He said, I gotta step.
Bro,
I'm just playing. Shout out to Kevin Love. 13
in the Olympics, though, he was trash.
I'm just playing.
If you told me that we could have had this Kevin Love on this team for what he's given the Cavs this year, I totally would have taken him as a buyout, 100%. You can't knock what he's been giving this year. Yes, you can make fun of him for other years, give him a hard time, whatever you want to do.
One leg on him too.
But this year, he actually has been playing a respectable game coming off the bench, right? So you have to.
So I said if Kevin Love hits a game winner, blame Julian.
Chill out, bro. No, that never happened. He never.
Yo, hey, Joel Embiid's in here. In your opinion, who's the MVP?
Jokic.
Joel Embiid is in here, bro.
Nikola. Big Jokic.
Jokic is your MVP?
Egg yolk.
I mean, you know what? It's going to be hard. I don't know yet.
Embiid.
I haven't. Well, the only reason why I'm kind of like, I'm not just giving it to Embiid. Is because the 76ers, yes, he's been keeping them alive, but they're not doing anything spectacular. Is the other thing I will say is Jokic just did something this year that, like, what is it? 2000? Like did you see that? I have to find it. Like, he became the first player in history to have X amount of points, X amount of rebounds, X amount of assists, like over anybody in NBA history.
He's averaging three more rebounds than Giannis.
It's a pretty incredible stat line what Jokic put out there, being the only player to ever do that. I'll find what it says.
Unfortunately,
he's the
MVP,
all-around best player. Like,
I get it. Yeah,
the MVP is not all about stats, though. You guys got to think about it's about story. It's about storyline.
I don't want.
Yes, but the NBA is huge about pushing foreign players as well, though. Don't forget that.
It's about
I don't want Giannis to get it, so that's
who has the best storyline out of the MVPs? I think it's
probably
between Jokic and Embiid, but I think Embiid's probably storyline.
What would besides Embiid playing really amazing basketball? As much as I don't like the Sixers, I can still look at Embiid and be like, dude.
I hate the Sixers too, but
what's Embiid's story been though?
Basically, because he without Ben, for the first half of the year, he didn't have Ben, and they were still like up there, and he was still giving MVP numbers, and basically carrying the Sixers until the trade deadline, and then Harden came, and he was still having MVP numbers.
Still carrying right now.
I know.
He's still carrying right now.
This is what Jokic did. Jokic became the first player in NBA history with 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists in the season. Yeah, that's pretty noteworthy, whether they are in sixth place or not, right? Like, I get that.
Yeah,
but
that's amazing. Shout out Paul.
He said out of Jokic, Joel, and
Giannis, super chat. Go for it. Yeah,
go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, out of Jokic, Joel, and Embiid, bro. Jokic to me is, Giannis and Embiid are averaging 30, but Jokic is like, I really think he's the best out of all of them, bro. Like, I want him I don't want Giannis to get it either, bro, because then people gonna talk crazy and shit. Anybody but Giannis.
I don't think Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Somebody just said, shout out. You want to do the super chat?
Yeah, read that super chat.
Shout out to Paul Scanio. You're always given to this channel. We really do appreciate it. Kai need to realize that he's the best finisher in the league, so he needs to use that when the middies are not going in. Hey, I think Kyrie did it tonight, though. I think he heard you. He definitely helped finish tonight. We needed
crazy.
that.
He had remember that layup? He was like,
dude, where he dribbled. Did you see the one? I'm surprised.
He dribbled behind the back,
but he dribbled between those two people, still like somehow managed to get through them, do a weird
his
thing.
His layup package today was godly.
And Bruce was able to make the shot. But hey, somebody did bring out a good point of like.
Joel Embiid in the chat was like, I came from Africa.
Yeah, I'll play.
I started playing basketball at 15.
Embiid is carrying Harden, so it's almost like he should win it for that.
He's carrying Harden, bro. He was carrying without Ben and carrying with Harden now.
Why did you say I'm like you're actually
from Africa? I started basketball at 15, came here in a people. Joel has a really great story though. Like if you look at his life. He
said this season I had baby Ben, bro. What are you talking about?
How about this? This is the answer. At this point, I wouldn't have a problem with a co-MVP because they're both playing. Like the fact that Jokic did what he's done is pretty incredible on a team, right? Definitely a valuable player. What Joel Embiid is doing this year as a center, like we've watched their games, and I've watched some games where they didn't play us. And it was just like disgusting what he's doing out there at that size. And it's like, I quite honestly wouldn't care if you gave both of them. Like if right now you said, give them one, I'd be like, here, I can't decide because they both are doing something pretty good, like amazing this year. Even though, yes, Joel is a crybaby. I'll give you that. But
yeah,
my favorite one will ever be when Claxton had his finger on his hand. You've seen that? You've seen that? Yeah. And he's like flailing and he's got this like agonizing look. And then you just see Claxton's finger on his hand. Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, to me, Joel's gonna get it because, like I said, the MVP is more about it. He got the stats, and then he's got the storyline. So I think they're gonna give it to Embiid. I'm guessing they're gonna. I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I just have a sneaky feeling.
But if they give it to
people
Jokic,
are
I won't
gonna
be
go-
surprised. I won't be surprised if
Yeah.
they give it to Jokic. But I'm thinking they're gonna get it because they like to give it to new people, like
Yeah,
to
they
new
do.
stories and new people. So,
Although I did think of this, has Joel Embiid anything done where, like, remember when one of the Morris brothers, like, ran into him, like shoulder checked him,
oh, Jokic.
and then
Oh yeah, I
Jokic
remember
pushed
that.
him in the back, like.
Yeah, then remember his like brother stood up and they thought it was gonna be
That was
Jokic's
kind of
brother,
like
though.
not, that, I mean, I don't know if whoever votes
He was
for
out
him,
for
if
like the
they
whole
hold
year,
that.
bro. What's his name? Markieff Morris. He was out for the whole year. Like, yo, that was bad that Jokic did that though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, listen, if somebody did, I'm not saying what he did is right. I don't agree with it, like pushing somebody in the back like that. But if you were playing ball and somebody hit you like Morris did, you're still retaliating. He should have just chose, in my opinion, he should have just chose that, like, squared up face first with him, instead of like in the back. That's cheap.
Shout out Danish Jets fan. He said even if Joel gets the MVP, there'll still be a first round exit.
So there's that.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out.
Still be a first round exit.
But some people look at Jokic as defending himself. I've seen that side of it too.
Yeah. So like I said, we're the 7th seed Nets playing game against the Cavs on Tuesday. So hopefully we can get that dub, man. I mean, we made it this far, but let's talk about since we talked about everything, let's talk about the year in review. How you guys feel about this reflection of the Nets year?
Sucked ass.
What a season.
It sucked. There's
sucked,
really like it just sucked.
Like, how did we get here? Like, did we think we were gonna be here? Like, I don't understand.
We all projected, like, what I was thinking at least a 50-win season this year.
This is what I think of the season. Pretty much is that, bro.
You can't make this season up, bro. This season is like, you cannot make this season up.
I mean, look, it was bad. There was something. It was bad mostly, right? But we got rid of the baggage. We got rid of the weak link in the crew. So there's that. It kind of hurt, but in reality, at least we're ending on like a somewhat positive note. Like, at least everything we came back in Kyrie's, because I genuinely thought before, like when this happened, I really didn't think that they would ever really lift the mandate. At least not this year. That's kind of what I thought. So
they damn near waited to the last
second.
Yeah,
they waited to the last minute. I was like, bro, I was seriously thinking that in playoffs we would have Kyrie for away games. Like, that's what I was thinking, So the fact that we're gonna have him going into the playoffs and going into the next season, I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be a problem. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
So, and we got Ben. He's not here yet, but we got Ben too. So.
I'll say this: like, my favorite point of the season. Well, y'all know my favorite part of the season was the Sixer game. That was my high point of the season. That was just the
oh my god,
Chicago was, and then
for me, Philly was
then that 76. Yeah.
And then the low for me was the and do this in the chat. Name your favorite moments in the season in the chat right now, and your worst moments if you want. My worst moment was probably the losing streak, the 11-game losing streak, the Kyrie by himself on the road. It was
KD
just
going, dude. There was
KD getting hurt.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. It like the first would be the Philly game, and then the second would be Kyrie beating the Bucks, because like,
oh yeah, that was a good.
Oh my god, yeah, because bro, oh my god, bro. I know the Bucks fans was hurt. Nobody talked about it. I wonder why nobody talked about it. None of the media talked about it.
Like, I will say this. My lowest are a couple. One, KD goes down, gets injured. Coupled, I kind of put KD in injury and the 11-game losing streak as one.
Yeah.
I don't even give two fucks about Harden anymore, so I'm not even going to put him in there. I'm glad this shit happened with Harden, because that guy, like,
his true colors.
Like, you see true colors, and you just saved us giving you 50 to 60 million a year. So actually, I'm glad that happened. That's a positive now for me. And when I say this, don't take it the wrong way. Just the fact that there couldn't have been a solution for Kyrie in the beginning of the season, whether it was vaccination or he got an exemption, that was a low point for me, because that really,
it was scary.
Whatever you want to say, like, and it's not a blame at Kyrie by any, so don't come at me in the chat. It's not my point. My point being, though, is I just wish a solution could have been found for him to play full time, because that was like that first dagger where you're like, bro, Like, and it not even at him, just as a fan going, are you kidding me? Like, we're not going to, and then the Nets say, sorry, we're not going to play you. Like, oh, that shit hurt. That was a low point. Like when that whole process of like not allowing him to play killed me, bro. Like that really.
And it made no sense
because
like
it was frustrating. Like
the mayor ended up doing an exemption. The mayor ended up doing an exemption.
Yeah,
like,
he was promised something.
Yeah,
like,
so it's like you could have gave Kyrie an exemption in the beginning, like in the middle of the year, but you didn't want to do that. You wanted.
And in hindsight, I wish the Nets would have. I understand why the Nets made their decision about sitting him. Yeah. I do get that.
I do.
But at the same time, I wouldn't have been. I think they could have easily played him. I think now, like looking back, I had a different mind frame on it and the way I was looking at it. And then looking at it after he came back and watching him play, you've seen some positives and negative of that. But at the same time, they probably would have it probably would have worked out better in the long run. But yeah, that was my low. That when that happened, I was like, bro.
Yeah. Shout out the chat right now. The chat is naming good moments. Shout out Ray. He said KD's 53 points, Kyrie 60, and Cam's clutch 3 against the Knicks.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Somebody said my favorite part was when the Nets beat the Bulls 136-108. Somebody put a question. Potty 66. He said if KD didn't get hurt, would have Harden have stayed? No. Harden.
He wanted to walk to the championship. He wanted to walk right into the championship.
He didn't like it here, bro.
He needed Kyrie and KD because he know he can't win without two superstars. So he would have. He would have.
Saw the reports, bro. The reports of him and Kate. Him first of all, he didn't like the way Nash was coaching the offense and how the offense was being ran. Him and Katie were having arguments and problems, and so it was more than just
they're gonna represent it as hunky dory, but there was some shit that had to be. Don't forget the beating the Lakers on Christmas Day. That was a great.
moment. Yeah, I love that moment.
Yeah,
too. That was a good moment. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other great moments, but like I said, this was a crazy year. You can't make this season up, bro. You really can't. Shout out Macho. He said, I don't think people realize the impact Ben is gonna have when he finally returns. Facts. People forget
even
Ben.
If it's perfect, yeah.
Bro, Ben's and they're talking about point guard, bro. This man averages 8 assists, and he didn't have shooters on Philly. So just imagine he could average 10.
He led the league. He didn't have shooters, and he led the league in 3-point assists.
He averaged 8 assists. So just imagine a full year with the Nets. He can average. And bank this. He can probably average 10 assists a game. Like that's how great of a passer he is. And with shooters, with Joe Harris, Patty, Seth.
You know what I'm gonna do to this? I gotta do it because I still think people need a little bit of reminding. But I'm sorry, but
Ben 10,
people need a little bit of reminding. Just watch a couple plays. Like how will come in handy right there?
Rebounding.
The second chance points, one-handed rebound dunk.
Points, yeah.
Right? Like
Ben
some
10,
of these
bro.
things are gonna come in handy.
Hey.
Like
all defense. About them, all defense.
The defense, and then here you go.
All defensive first team, you know what I'm saying? He gets back. You forgot about the fast break points. Our fast break points are gonna go up too.
Like people need to be a little bit reminded, other than passing up a layup or having trouble shooting.
Yeah.
Like there you go, steals, pass, we're gonna have another dunker. Like
fast breaks, bro. Look at the fast break, bro.
Somebody can hand. Oh, look at the pass.
Look at that. That's gonna be set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro.
He still got he still has to attempt to shoot when he comes here. That's gonna be unacceptable.
Of course, but we don't.
But that's it. As long as he
Yeah.
tries to get better, I don't care if he shoots.
You don't need to do no shooting, bro. This right there, all this passing he's doing in these highlights. That's all he got to do.
Lie. All he's got to do to improve on is his free throws. That's literally the only thing he has to.
You got another lob threat right there. You got another alley-oop lob threat. So people are underestimating if he, depending on how because I don't think he's going to be 100% even if he comes back, quite honestly. But
what do you mean?
Even if we get, you're
talking about
crazy right here.
Yeah, he comes back. Yeah, look at that pass. I just don't think Ben is going to be 100% that he could be until next season.
Yeah.
But you're still you're gonna get a guy that can handle the ball. He can dunk it. He's got good court vision.
He's almost like LeBron level in transition scoring. Bro,
look at that defense.
It's guaranteed points almost. Pretty much
really fast, bro.
He is.
Yeah. So I had to do it. I'll stop playing it, but I think people had to remember that. Think about what Ben's doing right now, and you are adding that to KD and Kyrie and company.
Bro, he's a great passer.
Yeah. Like, how could you not be excited for that on your team? If you want to just keep looking at a missed pass layup and a couple missed free throws, well, sucks for you.
It's not even just the perimeter. Like, his help defense is crazy. Like, he's just all around. He's probably the second most versatile defender under like Giannis. Giannis is number one, but he's probably the second or third most versatile.
To me, he should have got that the defensive player of the year over Rudy that last year. I think it was last year. He should have got it.
Look, 8-1 on us.
Oh,
there's one he dunked on Jeff Green. He stole it from Green.
There's one where he dunked on Tyler
Johnson.
Tyler Johnson.
Yeah,
I mean, just think of that defense. But just think about adding that player. Look at how many times he's playing the passing lane. That is going to be so needed, bro. Yeah. Like, pass, bucket. Yeah.
Because I would really like to I don't know when his contract is or when we can resign him, but I would like to resign him. But he has to put effort into trying to like get better. That's all. I would like to keep him because he's young. He's young, so it's like I would like you to be our future, but you got to,
I'm sure they are, bro.
He's really 25.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you would want to keep him.
But my question to you guys is, do you think shout out to Elijah Hall, Toronto 76ers win with nobody but KD and the rookie. Very good. Yeah, shout out to you. My question to you guys regarding Ben and how we're going to use them in the 76ers, right? Did the 76ers need more from Ben than we do?
Yeah. Because he was a second star. Yeah. They were. That's why the Philly fans were so mad, because they were expecting Ben to score 20, 25 every night. Like,
he kind of needed to almost.
They needed that from him.
They relied on Ben Simmons a lot more than we're going to.
Ben can average 12 points here, 11, 12 points here, as long as he has 10 assists, 10 rebounds.
I think he's going to average like 15, 8, and 8.
He could have that some nights. He could average 12 like with no problems.
That's why I asked that, because it's like people are trying to make him more in one area, and they just you ever notice that anybody that talks crap about Ben, all they talk about is the one singular thing, right? The one singular thing that, quite honestly, the reason why I asked that is we don't need that from Ben. We need his rebounding, his dunking, his ball handling, like
defense.
All the things that like they needed, like all the things that he has that people are not talking about are what we need. And I love that. It's like, keep the same energy, talk about it, and you're going to see how the man will fit in. Yes, will he have his moments where he misses a free throw or when he passes up something? Like, every player does that to some degree.
But listen, they can do hack a Ben, so it is like he does need to get better at that. But as far as what he has every single thing that we need for the team.
I just don't think when you add Ben that you're really going to be, when you add Ben to this lineup and it looks good and they play a while, even if we're talking about next season, that we're probably not, if everybody stays healthy and the team is the way it's supposed to, it's like, and you add Ben Simmons to this lineup, it's like, bro, you're probably not going to be in many situations in many games where Hack-a-Ben is an issue.
Yeah. People keep bringing that up. People keep bringing Hack-a-Ben up, but it's like, bro, this easy situation to Hack-a-Ben is you just take Ben out and put somebody else in. If he doesn't make his free throws, we've been playing without Ben the whole year. So why can't we it's just simple. Just take him out if he misses his free throws.
You think Nash would do that?
The Hack-a-Ben is solved.
I don't know if Nash would do that. Nash not competent like that. I don't know if Nash is competent enough to where he'll take him out.
We played with Ben without Ben the whole year, so it's like we can play a fourth or like 5 minutes left or something like that without him. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the same. I would do that too, but I don't know if Nash would. I don't know if Nash would do that. I'm saying when you do that.
I know somebody put it in. Somebody put it in, so I figure we're just talking about Ben.
He has the Omnitrix on. What y'all know about the Omni? I don't know nothing about the Omnitrix.
We gotta talk to Raheem. You are one of the most sometimes your takes are just come on, bro. Like, how do you figure? Explain yourself, because I've been watching some of your takes in the chat lately. They've been a little off. Like, come on, explain this. Explain how he will disrupt the chemistry. If you look at what somebody like James Johnson did, if you look at somebody like Bruce Brown, right? Like, tell me how Ben doesn't do something similar to what those players were doing. And now you're getting an elite defender, an elite passer, a really fast player, a guy that can do so many different things like that. Like, how
He's
does he
disrupt our
disrupt?
chemistry with 10 to 15 minutes a game.
I just don't see it. I
'Cause,
gotta
like,
know.
that's
I
what-
gotta know why you're saying that, Raheem.
That's what Wolves was saying. He's going to
to
play
give
a
you
limited
chance to
role.
explain yourself.
He's going to play a limited role, 10 to 15 minutes. How's he going to disrupt the chemistry? I'm trying to figure that out.
He said if
All he has to
Benson-
do is just if he just accepts his role. I don't even see how that will really happen. But you know what, Ben needs to be, Kyrie and KD. That's Sonic and Knuckles, right? You send Sonic and Knuckles in the room, they're gonna clear the whole house out. They're gonna clear the whole house out, right?
Yeah.
Ben, we need you to be Tails, right? Tails, bro, he just complements the whole shit. He brings everything together. That's who we need you to be. We need you to be Tails, bro. That's what we need. I don't want you to look at Sonic and Knuckles. Oh, they eating right now. Damn, I want to, no, I need you. We need you to be Tails. That's what we need you to be. And I think he'll accept that role. And I don't think because it really comes down to ego, but I don't think he doesn't strike me as an ego-driven person. Like, he doesn't strike me as somebody who.
Oh no.
Like,
he's gonna come in and play his role. Like, that's what
Russ is
like.
an ego-driven person.
You can already tell. I mean, listen, you can already tell Ben Simmons' mind frame is a lot different when you get to walk into a locker room and you get like Patty Mills and him are buds. You have Kyrie. You have that Aussie connection. Like, there are things that are so much more better suited for his mind frame at this place. But shout out to where Brooklyn at. We talk with you where Brooklyn at on Twitter Spaces all the time. He's a good dude, has a lot to talk about. Appreciate the super chat. Just checking in, gentlemen. 7th seed, let's go. Facts. Appreciate you to come by the kingdom. Of course, we'll see you in Spaces, but drop a follow in Twitter for where Brooklyn at. He's a good dude.
Shout out to you, Brooklyn at. Yeah, like I said, the Ben thing, I'm not worried about that, bro. Like, I'm not worried about like the chemistry part of it. I would just want, like I said, the key thing we need Ben in for the playoffs is defense. That's what we need. Like the Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown. Like, that's what we need Ben for the most. We don't need him to score. We need him to play defense on these guys.
I don't care about
another defender. Oh, hell
Bro,
yeah.
lockdown.
I would love him to get at least like 11, but like.
He'll get that
He'll get that easily. Like, he'll get that in his sleep. He'll get that just off transition points.
Off transition, off transition. He, like I said, for his career, he averages like 15 off transition, bro. Like 13, 14, 15 points off transition. So like, it's gonna be light for him, bro.
But I was saying, like, Russ is somebody, like, if he like, his problem is his ego. See, he's looking at, okay, LeBron got 20. I need to eat up. I need to take some shot. That's how you disrupt something. That's how you hurt a team, right? And as long as Ben isn't like that, as long as he sees KD and Kyrie got like 20, he doesn't need to look at that and be like, okay, I only got like 2 points. I need to. No, you don't. No, you don't. He just needs to play his role, score when if you got a mismatch, do your thing. Yeah. But that's just, if he can do that, I think he'll be cool, bro.
Shout out. He said also Ben will give Seth and Patty catch and shoot threes. Patty has been trying to create his shots, and it pisses me off. Yeah. He's gonna put Patty in Seth
like that. Don't do Patty like
that. Patty's coming back though. Patty's been shooting the last 2 games. Patty's been on.
Hey, to be fair, Patty did it to himself a little bit, but Patty is, like he said, Patty's righting the ship. As you've noticed, the ball movement has gotten better, and you notice that Patty has not had to been, quote, the go-to starting man. He's gotten better at being able to just catch and shoot. He's had to couple like, catch the ball and step to the side. But I think Patty's he's gonna figure it out. He's just, yeah.
He's gonna figure it out. Yeah, like I said, Patty in the last 2 games, he's looking like the old Patty. So I'm just happy about that. Shout out to Jonathan. He says Sonic and Knuckles is crazy. Yeah, man. KD and
that's
Kyrie,
what it
bro.
is. That's what it is. KD and Kyrie, that's Sonic and Knuckles. He need to be Tails. Tails is, he's, bro, Tails is confident and he's secure in his role. Like he's comfortable. He's like, hey, bro, y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna give y'all support. You know, I'm gonna take some of the. I'm gonna do the technical shit. I got y'all. I'm gonna put support around, and that's what makes them a trio. You know, we need you to be Tails, brother. That's what we need you to do.
That's all factual. Ask y'all questions, y'all. Just put @Saint in the comments, and we'll ask y'all any questions before we head out of here.
Oh, hey, I do got a little plug. I got asked to join. I don't know if you're on Twitter. She goes by Nat. She's a Celtics fan, but she's super cool. She's super cool, smart basketball woman. She knows what she's talking about. She's a hell of a person. There's also Malika Walker, who does a lot of good shit on Twitter too. And of course, some of you guys know Cash. They hit us up today, me and Cash, to talk about looking back the 2013 Celtics Nets trade. So we're gonna next Saturday, we're gonna get into like the greatest heist of that Billy King and the Celtics committed on the Nets. So
that's gonna be
it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's gonna be a Spaces. It's gonna. I don't know if it's a Spaces. I think it's a Spaces. I'll have to check in. I think it's Spaces. I don't know if it's a pod because I know she does do a pod or a show. But yeah, we're gonna break down that heist that was perpetrated on us by Billy King and the Celtics. That's next Saturday. I'll promote it again, but
make sure I'll tune in for that. Again, follow Saint.
That's gonna be a fun conversation.
Shout out Malika too.
Malika's awesome. She does a lot of good stuff. She generally loves basketball.
Yeah. She has really good spaces like about the documentaries. Oh my god, really good. Brian V, shout out you, bro. He said bought the play-in tickets 4 games ago. Glad we won 4 straight to make this game happen as a host. Let's get this W and beat up pitch ass Boston in round 1. Yo, Brian V, my guy, shout out to you, bro. Send me some videos, man, of the play-in, bro.
Boston.
I'm gonna try to go to one of these playoff games, bro. Like I'm trying to go. Like somebody sent me some a little nice hookup, but I'm gonna see what's up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get that playoff footage. You know, playoff footage would be great. So
that would be nice.
Yeah, playoff footage, man. And I gotta see Katie and Kyrie. I don't think have I seen them together before. I'm trying to remember.
You ain't seen they weren't playing yet when the last time you went. I don't think.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen them together live yet.
Yeah, because when the Knicks played,
the Knicks played, it was just Kyrie. I've seen Kyrie at home by himself, and then that's when Harden he pulled his hammy. He pulled his hammy in the next game. And
thick ass boy.
The second game I went to was KD.
What did you just say, Julian?
I said, thick ass boy, take care of yourself. Eating all that damn food, and then look at you looking everywhere when you pull your fucking hamstring.
Oh yeah, facts. He's like my hammy. You know how it is with them. But, just ask y'all questions, y'all. Somebody said, I'm trying to read the comments. Can we talk about Joe Harris? The fan base generally hates Joe so much because of the Bad Bucks series. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's unfortunate Joe went out this year because like he could have righted the ship this year. If Joe went off in the playoffs, trust me, there would be no more Nets fans talking about Joe. Dude.
He would be so useful, bro, this year against the Celtics, bro. Like he could just,
last year against the Celtics, he was killing them. Remember when he last year? Last year he was going.
He would do good against, even though he had the last 3 games against the Bucks. We could utilize him in a really good way with Seth, and we could have like ultimate space, and like if we needed to, like we could do. Assuming Ben isn't here, like we could do Kyrie, Seth, Joe, KD. Like if you wanted to just really like kill people and come at the throat, you could do something like that. And then, Bucks, because the Bucks are gonna double us. That's just the fact. That's what's gonna happen. And I the only reason I'm worried about them is because individually, just one-on-one, it's a lot of work for Kyrie to deal with Drew Holiday for 40-something minutes. It's a lot of work for Katie to deal with Giannis for 40-something minutes. That's already asking a lot.
Yeah.
But then, they're doubling people, right? The last time we played them, I'm seeing, Kyrie's not in the game. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing Drew Holiday and Giannis Antetokounmpo on KD. And I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be hurtful, and KD still finished with a great game, but that's gonna be their best thing against us, bro. That's going to be their best bet, and they could win games off of that. And I think if we had Joe, we could just completely
He
neutralize.
would spread the floor again. Another shooter
crazy.
that shoots. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they would never. They wouldn't dare do it because everybody up there is a 40% 3-point shooter or higher. You wouldn't dare do it.
Yeah. Nah, that's all facts, bro. Let me see if there are any questions. Somebody said, "How do you think the rotation is gonna look come playoffs?" Well, it's gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be. Well, let's see. For this Cavs game, I think they're gonna start the same guys. KD, Kyrie, Seth, Bruce Brown, and Drummond. I think that'll be.
I'm a little nervous about the Seth Curry thing right now. If I'm being quite honest.
You mean the ankle soreness?
Yeah, if he's not 100%, I don't know that I want to. As much as I want him in the starting lineup, but if that ankle is still suspect,
he'll be a little liability on the defensive end.
I'm a little nervous, right? Like I don't know.
They would have to protect him on the defensive end.
Yeah,
it's going to be a little bit.
I'm a little nervous about him. I have it. It's not going to go away. I just hope that because that last game he went down, he was noticeably limping on that ankle.
Yeah.
So.
And then Dana's Nets fans question, like, that's going to be the starting five, or then off the bench again. I think Steve Nash is going to continue what he's doing, like staggering KD and Kyrie. So off the bench, I think Kyrie's going to run that second unit with Claxton, Kessler. Who else will be in that second unit? Will we see Goran? We might see if Goran comes back.
So far, we haven't heard like when he's coming back or how bad the COVID's hit him. But the playing game is what day again? Tuesday. What day? Tuesday.
I don't think he's gonna be back in time for that game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he'll definitely be back, obviously, for the playoffs, but I don't know yet if he's going to be cleared. They haven't really given too much information on, because we don't even know how bad he has it. We haven't heard anything like we heard before, where some guys got it but they had zero symptoms. So you never know. But I mean, that's a good question. If Seth is not 100%, do you want him starting that playing game?
Yeah, I still want, because like we started him the last Cavs game, right? I think we did. He was there.
Yeah, but he didn't last long.
He didn't last long though. He did. Yeah, I think we should again. He should get his starter minutes and then like just see how his ankle's responding. Like if his ankle's not responding well,
what if he was just load managing today and like he's not really that hurt? Like
he was load managing today. Like I don't think they were.
Yeah, today was a straight rest game and treatment on that ankle. That's it. Yeah, you didn't need him for today. You could get away with it today, but
I mean, you could put him on like a minutes restriction, but I think maybe
you just gotta see how he responds, because sometimes like he'll have a game where his ankle looks fine, and then some games he'll be like, oh, he doesn't have it. But when that point comes when he doesn't have it, it's got to be Kessler or Patty got to fill that role for him.
I mean, because when he got here, you heard about it later when he got his, that his ankle, I guess he'd been dealing with it all season, but you couldn't tell. And then now you can tell there's visible, he's going through one of those stretches where that ankle is giving him problems. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But, here's a question. I mean, listen, guys, can we please leave Ben out? It's playoff time. Listen, this is the way I've looked at the Ben thing about people. Some people are like, don't want Ben to come back. That are Nets fans, right? Like there are Nets fans that are like, they really think leaving Ben out would be better. I arguably would say that you were prepared to go into a playoffs potentially with James Johnson, even as much as Kessler Edwards has been playing much better as of lately, and he's now going to be part of it. You're telling me that you would rather, if you have an opportunity to play Ben Simmons, that you think Ben Simmons, that people like Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kessler Edwards, when James Johnson was here, that he's going to play worse than some of them have played? Like, so I just like, if you're telling me you're giving me Ben Simmons off the bench, even if it's under...
So wait, Nets fans are telling me you guys don't want a three-time all defense, all-star, 6'10" that can guard 1 through 5, 6'11" guard 1. You don't want him to be on the court? I'm trying to figure out
people literally are like, in my mind,
two-time all defense, bro. That's all defense. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like even if he's not
he doesn't even have to play the fourth quarter. He just got to guard somebody. He's got to guard Giannis, guard JT, guard JB for 3 quarters. You know, if y'all so scared of Hackabin, He won't play the fourth quarter. There.
I don't know.
Like,
I
this
don't
is
know if he's starting.
like I'm sorry, but some people be acting like this is what we're gonna see, like when Ben Simmons gets in the game. Like this is like the way I feel like here, I gotta take that picture off. You take the picture off real quick for me.
Oh, I got you.
Like this is what people think Ben is gonna be like when he comes in to play for the playoffs, right? Like that's what I'm like. Some people are like, "Oh man, why do we want to do it?" Like, oh, here comes Ben Simmons.
That's Fez, bro. I really don't understand.
Right? Like, oh, here Ben's going up for a dunk. Right? Like, I'm not making fun of poor grandma. I'm just saying that's what people are acting like you're about to see Ben Simmons like come into the game, right? Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, can we stop? Like, you're getting, like you just said,
two-time all defense,
two-time
all-star.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, bro.
And if the doctors are saying, yo, dude is good to go, like, come on. The Nets are not trying to set him up for failure, right? Like, they're not trying to get this dude to, like, come in and be a hindrance to the team. And it's not like they're saying, hey, Ben Simmons is starting and he's going to play 30, 40 minutes a game. Like, they're talking about bringing this dude in off the bench and potentially getting
10 to 15 minutes, bro.
Yeah, anywhere from 10 to 20. You never know. Exactly.
Like, that's not even a lot of minutes. That's not. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why.
And then there's stuff like this. Like, why? Kara Clark? Like, why?
No, it's not funny. My bad.
Like, I mean, it's like really,
hold on,
dude.
Hold on, Saying. This is what's happening right now. Let me show you. Let me show you what's happening.
Why she put the grandma mode? Kira, why you come at him like that,
let's
Kira?
be truthful. Like, you could, I mean, like, come on. Like, what do you, I guess my question is, Kira, what do you know that makes that, like, to have that thought, or let's be truthful, that, like, you think this guy has no heart? Like, really, like, you don't know what the situation was over there. You've been getting all your info from news networks.
She really, so that person really said that grandma has more heart.
It's the grandma emoji that killed me. Like,
I just don't get some people's takes on players that have zero. You study psychology, great.
I mean, it was 4 straight games. It was pretty bad, but new situation. Sometimes you go into a new situation, you got a new lease on. That's a real thing, and we've seen people come here and be completely different. So,
and guess what we studied? That's what we studied.
Oh, she a graduate. Saint, stop playing with her.
Psychology 101. Yeah.
Is she a Nets fan?
I don't know.
She might be Philly.
But anybody could say what they want to say on here.
Ben is family now. We look after facts.
No, because I knew once we got Ben, there's gonna be a lot of Philly fans that subscribe to here. Like they're still like 76ers fans, but they love Ben and they want to like.
I mean,
and then here you go, right on cue. He can't hit free throws for.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. They're gonna come in assuming, man, you know about the rest of his game, maybe? Do you? I mean, like, have you paid attention? The Sixers fans, because every time I tweet about
I don't know
Ben
if it's a Sixers
Twitter,
fan or just, dude, some of these Nets fans be talking like they're other fans of other teams, though, too. Yeah, like,
I mean, we have the thing is like we haven't really seen him play like in a long time. So it's like the last image that we saw was 4 straight games. It wasn't just like one game. It was like 4 straight, so I understand people wanting to like see him come over here and like be kind of different, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that, oh, he's going to destroy our team or, he's soft or he's going to,
I feel like they blamed that whole series on Ben, but he was locking up Trae Young. And
he did. He held Trae to like, bro, he held Trae to like
locking up Trae.
5 for 20 something.
Yeah, he was locking up Trae, and there's other people on the team. So Joel Embiid was sold. He sold, but y'all don't talk about Joel Embiid selling.
He just had trouble scoring, but on this team, he's not going to have. That's not what he needs to do. He had more.
And listen, the 76ers, all they really have at the moment that's worth anything is Embiid. Everything else is suspect.
They were supposed to beat the Hawks. They were up.
They were.
Yeah. Weren't they up like 3-1 or something like that? I don't know. They were up 2-0.
Oh yeah, didn't they lose to the Hawks? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they were supposed to beat
the
Hawks. So I'm like, y'all just want to blame Ben, but don't look at you. Don't look
Yeah,
at
you
the
don't
whole
look
Philly
at the
team.
rest. You don't look at the. Yeah, you lost
Yeah.
to the Hawks, bro.
Yeah, don't
You
look at the
up
rest of the Philly
3-1
team.
and you lost to the Hawks.
God forbid you look at the rest of the Philly team and say, "Oh, you guys didn't do anything either." Like y'all just
See,
want to blame Ben.
Cypher, I agree, right? Cypher, if he doesn't try to if he doesn't attempt to, put him at center, bro. There's so many ways that you could play this man. Like he's so versatile. He's like LeBron.
And then Al Mack. Are you really a Nets fan? Because I wonder.
He's been here a long time. He's been here.
He has, but I wonder sometimes he like
What'd he say?
he thinks
What'd
we
he say?
should have moved Simmons right away for how like.
Oh shit.
Halliburton.
He said Halliburton is way better.
What?
I've never seen him play.
We just played Halliburton. Did you just see how he was playing?
We just played him on this team.
Yeah, he's on the Pacers. We just played
damn!
him.
Damn! I ain't even realize that.
That's how bad he was. You didn't even know he was out there.
And apparently we're afraid of the truth.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, like whenever you talk about Ben Simmons, like I said, all these low-key Sixer fans be popping up out of nowhere. I know y'all here though. It's okay.
There's just so much that you could like, even if it didn't work, even if it didn't work at one position, it's like you can play him at like multiple. Like there's no way. There's a combination, at least one, and in my opinion, there's multiple combinations where it would just work. Like there's so many ways that you can do it with him, bro. Like
I just feel like I got to question some Nets fans in the chat. Like I don't know. I don't know if they came here when certain players got here or if they've been here the whole time. Sometimes I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
it's almost like some people that are Nets fans, it's almost like they want Ben to do bad or they're expecting him to do bad, which is kind of like
I think it's want. Like they kind of want to like.
And I think it comes down because people have narratives and listen, like the one thing I've learned about like when you pulled me on the show, AJ, and then getting on Twitter and talking is it's like when you are put front center with having to talk to people and put your takes out there, like you have to be able to defend it. And you also have to be able to pivot off what you say. Yeah. And it gets really exposed very quickly when you decide to push a narrative, even in the face of like facts being put to your face or not looking at a totality of a situation, especially with Ben Simmons, right? Like real easy, just like with Joe Harris, real easy to pinpoint a couple instances in their basketball career and then blanket them with that. And that's all you say.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, and you don't even take the time to mention the other things about what that player is going to bring to this team and what they, meanwhile, when they were having a hard time, when Ben had his moments, you don't talk about all the other amazing things he did do. And that's just that's what comes down to it too, is people like to push narratives and they don't like to roll off it until they extremely get shown that they're wrong, and I think people are going to be very surprised by Ben Simmons when he gets in this lineup. I don't know if you realize that he will be playing alongside of KD and Kyrie.
He's gonna be good, y'all.
Like what's that's gonna do to our team is just going to be insane. Like
because
at the end of the day, I never thought I would say this because I never just thought this would be a reality. But I would take Ben Simmons over James Harden any day now. Like
right now,
right now, any day. Like
I'll take him too.
People be shout out to Elijah. People be acting like Ben is TLC or something. This man is a versatile big who can basically do everything. Quit hoping for the man's downfall. Exactly.
Yeah. And Philly fans, like, they're quick to forget everything else that Ben did for that team. Like they forgot the all-stars, the all defensive teams.
I mean, you gotta understand why they would be upset, like him like sitting out. But I kind of understand because Doc as a coach is like, why would you come out and say that?
What were the 76ers before Joel and Ben though? Think about that. What were you guys doing before Ben and
but bro, some of these critiques are not coming from 76ers fans. They're coming from Nets fans in the chat.
That's weird though, bro. That's weird.
Yeah. It's weird.
I don't get it.
If you're on my team, I'm gonna love you. If you're on my team,
he was really like their lifeline, bro. Like y'all would have had no chance of. You wouldn't be.
To Midnight. Philly worries more about Ben than we do. Facts. But go on, Julian.
Like I was saying that like y'all would never be a conference finals contending team without Ben. They almost made it to the finals, I think, like 2 times. So like y'all wouldn't have that without Ben. He was. I understand him, like, because when he came into the league, there was LeBron V2 and stuff. So I kind of
LeBron comparisons.
But I don't think, bro. I don't think that's like. I understand the disappointment, but I wouldn't be upset at somebody on my team for that. I would just be upset for him sitting out, but that's the only thing. But that doesn't overshadow the 7 years, that he gave to the team. And
exactly, people want to forget all about the good times, but
hell yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, shout out here. He said Ben held Trey for 520. Yeah, 25 for 21.
20 was something crazy like
you
that.
guys know how fast Trey Young is? Ben is 6'11", and Trey Young is like what 6'1", 5'11", and he's like
6 foot, if that, like 6
speed demon. Trey Young's like a speed demon, and Ben locked him well. He is locking him. So I'm not worried, but looks like people are.
I don't know how Ben would do on Giannis or Jason.
No,
Tatum.
but I think at the end of the day, there's always going to be certain fans that all they're going to do is just constantly point out the negative and they'll harp on the same message over and over and over again, and that's just, it is what it is. You will get the same people that will just constantly keep repeating the same thing and they say they're speaking facts and truth, but they leave out a whole large part of facts and truth as the rest of it. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'll remember the names that are talking trash. And then when Ben gets involved on the team and they see how it goes, like, we'll remember.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back when Ben starts killing in the playoffs, and then they're gonna be
like Cypher said, unlike Harden, Ben can do other things when he isn't scoring. Facts.
Yeah,
facts.
Very good.
Facts. Yeah,
very true.
Shout out to you, Tina. Appreciate you, Tina. Yeah, hit that like button on your way out. Like I said, we'll be back playing big game on Tuesday.
Oof. That's gonna be Tuesday.
Playing.
Yeah, it's a playoff game. No, it's a playoff game.
That's like a bubble guts game. You know what that means? That's like a.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like if
before
you're
the game, you gotta go to the bathroom.
Any food or drink, like that's gonna be one of those games that, like, if it's close, bro, like. That's one of those games where you need to take care of yourself.
You're a real fan if you're not even playing and you're like nervous. Like you're like,
exactly.
I can't eat today.
Shout out to Danish Nets fan. We had good D pause in the PO last year. Now plus Ben to that. Yeah, I mean, bro, we weren't a great defensive team, but we did play really good. Like we played better defense in the playoffs than we did the regular season last year. But going into this year, I think we have a much better defensive team. And you're, like Danish says, you're adding Ben to that. Like, can we stop?
And Ben is somebody, his defense like reaches so far out because he's versatile that, like, I think we're 20 in the league or 21 in defense. Just by adding him on the court, we would probably be like number 11. Like that's how, that's how good our defense like would get, bro.
Yo, shout out Midnight. He said Milwaukee's ducking that net smoke. Yeah, they packed it in early, bro. I was shocked they were down by like 40 or whatever it was. It was crazy.
Y'all know when Michael Jordan was playing for the Wizards, I saw some shit like they were like 25 in defense and he came there and they were like 15 or some shit like that in defense in old MJ. So,
honestly, the playoffs is all about timely stops. That's what it is, basically. If you make timely stops in the playoffs, you're gonna win games.
Because we're already gonna play like better defense in the playoffs in general, right?
Yeah,
like
because everybody's playing hard.
Ben, so when you add Ben, that's.
And I gotta address this. Has Harden been better than we give him credit for? No. And the only reason why I say this, he does seem to be getting 1 million. Yeah, that's great. He's getting 1 million assists, but how many times did we see him?
He was getting 1 million assists,
shooting 39,
and at the same time with the 76ers, where he was getting a ton of assists and they weren't winning the game, right? Like I get what you're saying, right? Like he's still. The problem is for us, if we had a healthy team, a full-time Kyrie, KD doesn't go down, we could live with Harden's performance to some point, right? But what Harden did this year that was even more unforgivable is at a moment when you lose, like when you don't have Kyrie and you don't, like KD goes down and you're deliberately like sucking, or maybe he wasn't deliberately and he just, I mean, as you've seen since he's got to the Sixers, he's played the same way, right? Like he hasn't played that great at all, right? He's had his assists, gets a couple rebounds, but he's been atrocious.
He's shooting 39 from the
Yeah.
field. Like
At one point, he had as
like,
many
what?
16 turnovers as he had actual made shots in like a 3-game. I mean, it was. I'm done with Harden, right? Like if you're a 76er fan and you love Harden, good luck with that. Enjoy that $50 to $60 million. I'm just Harden is not what he was, and you will never see Houston Harden again. Yeah, you might see an improved Harden next year, and he actually works out and gets ready. But at the end of the day, us losing that man was the best thing for this team, like hands down. Take Ben Simmons over him.
Our depth, bro. Like we got,
we got Seth, we got Drummond, we got Ben. I will take that over what Dur Harden, who somebody called him Dur Harden, trying to make him sound like no. I'll take that. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with James Harden.
Yeah.
Any last words, AJ?
No, I'm watching this Boston game. I'm like, whoa, Memphis is actually coming back. Okay. But last words, make sure you guys hit that like button. Follow us on Twitter. Again, follow Saint on Twitter, SaintNet1, Julian on Twitter, and Rage, everybody at the bottom. And also make sure you guys follow our new TikTok. We just made a TikTok, so join us on TikTok and on Instagram. We on Instagram too. Let's get this win Tuesday, man. Hopefully, Boston takes care of business right now, and we'll be seeing them in the first round if everything goes right. That's my last words.
All right. We won 4 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row.
Yeah, actually, we were 5-0.
4 in a row. No, it was 4.
All
right, so we won 4 in a row, right? Shout out to the squad for showing resilience, and we almost choked 2 of the leagues. We did, but we pulled it out, right? 7 seed. Next game is very crucial. I feel like we're gonna be good. Like I honestly think if Jared's not there, I think we win that. Maybe we have a 95% chance to win. But even with Jared, I think KD and Kyrie are lock in. I see both of them going God mode. I think
the whole team will lock in. Like
yeah, I think the whole team will lock in because we've shown the ability to, like, if we know something's on the line, I think as a team, as long as if KD and Kyrie can lock in, that's like they're our leaders, so that's like a rally cry to the other team, and I think they'll feed off of KD and Kyrie's energy. So we need them to be our leaders, and we need them to come in on some killer mentality type of shit, And I think we're gonna get the dub, bro. I think we have an 80% chance to win. So, pull up on.
We got to be locked in. Like, remember that 76ers game? Literally, 1 through 12 people that got in. Like, everybody was locked in. As soon as he got in, Seth was hitting shots. Bruce Brown came in the game, was hustling, getting rebounds, getting shots. Like, everybody was locked in.
We've shown the ability to lock in. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying.
76ers game, what we played, the whole team was just laser focused. Like, we need it like that.
Yeah, bro. I think we can punch the Cavs. I don't know if we'll beat them by 30, but I think we will beat them by 10, maybe 10, 15. So, shout out to the gang. Everybody, we get frustrated, but at the end of the day, you have to be thankful because we still have KD, we have Kyrie, we have a good supporting cast. We're gonna have Ben Simmons soon. We're in a good spot, and it looks like we're gonna play Celtics if we do win this one, so that's good. So
they gotta take care of business, and then we'll play them. Boston tonight. Yeah.
It's looking like we're in a good position. So thanks to everybody for coming up here. Like the video.
Yes, sir.
Follow me on Twitter.
Oh yeah, did we slide Julian into the? We got to get him.
Nah, you ain't slide me in there yet.
Well, I never see you. I mean, are you even? Let's be honest. Are you even utilizing
you gotta
your Twitter handle?
No, not yet. But
come on, bro. We need you in streams. We need.
I'm gonna be in. Text me whenever the next one.
Right after we get off of here, I'm sliding in. I'm a co-host. I'm gonna slide into right there. And
you gonna go into Spaces?
Oh yeah, I'm already in it. I'm just waiting.
Just make sure, tweet, man. You don't even gotta go on. Just tweet. Just be on Twitter, like
yeah,
I think you got a couple followers already, bro.
Yeah.
Did you check it?
Shout out, hey,
I'm-
did
I'm-
you
I'm
see
gonna
that?
give
We
it
got a big fan from India. Shout out to Raj Mata. I think I'm
Thank
saying
you,
that
bro.
right. Shout out to you. I think
Shout
that's
out
our
India.
first. I think our first somebody from India, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody from India. Shout out Macho. Macho says he's gonna follow you, bro.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Before we go and stream next time, I keep forgetting to remind you to put it at the bottom. So
No, yeah, I got it there. I have it saved as a banner, so I'll do that when next time we get on for sure.
All right, bet.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we pretty much said listen. My mind is on Tuesday. That's all I can think about. I don't even want to think about the playoffs. I don't care who we're facing in the first round, or I don't even care. Right in the middle of my last word.
bad,
I'm just fucking with you. Like, I don't even care, man. Like, I just want to win that play-in, win that one play-in, avoid having to play two. Everything from first quarter to fourth quarter should have the same intensity. No thinking you got it in the bag, no taking time off. Like, just get your ass in there and play good basketball. Whether Jared Allen is there or not, you need to have from beginning to end.
Laser focusedness. Laser
I think
focus.
we actually have had somebody from Ghana. Or no,
he was from South
Nigeria.
Africa.
Then, oh yeah. No, this
Yeah,
might be
it was
right
either
now.
Nigeria or South Africa.
Yeah.
Shout out Ghana though. Big up Ghana.
Hey, three of y'all. Hey,
Danish Nets fan. We all know you repping from Denmark.
Everybody in the chat, before we go, drop your cities, towns, or countries right now.
Wait, hold on. While they're doing that, shout out to Chris.
Melbourne.
Shout out to Evalar. Shout out to Macho. I appreciate y'all. Y'all some real ones for following me. I appreciate it.
Shout out everybody that was here last year with us. You know what I'm saying?
what?
Day one, that's Kingdom.
Dang, we gonna
day one, that's Kingdom. Shout out to you, man.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Hey, 2 seasons in the books, y'all. 2 seasons, two regular seasons.
This is year 2, man. Year 2.
About to be on year 3. So.
We got some Brooklyn. We got Flint. Tamworth in Australia, North Carolina.
Shout out Nicholas, man. My guy.
UK. Yeah, I'm with you, Gary. I'm from Jersey, but I'm living in LA, so I feel you on that.
Shout out Gary, bro.
Shout out to Jersey.
The Sack.
The Sack. I'm from the
Bronx,
Sack. Yeah.
The X.
South Jamaica, Queens.
Let's go. Philly in here.
That's right. London.
London. Oh, London. Big up London.
Even I feel bad for you, man, but shout out being a Nets Nation live from Philly, man. You'd probably be fighting every day in Philly now.
I think Shiz is from out there too, right? I think Shiz is out there in Philly. Patterson. Yep. Shout out you, baby. Oh, look at this. We got some Italy. Oh, buongiorno, Italiano.
I wonder how many people just keep fucking.
AJ, that's racist.
Nah, what? I just said a good afternoon.
That's racist. That's racist. I don't even know what you said, but that's racist. Alabama, New Brunswick. Nice. All right, y'all. Chicago, Tuesday. Okay. We gotta get this W, y'all.
We gonna pull up. Hey, that shit better be lit. We better have like 800 in there. Tell everybody. Get on. If you have to, get on your laptop. Get on your phone.
Your grandma, your auntie,
everybody. Your baby. You got a newborn. He better have his phone beside him. Everybody better be there when we win.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. You know how the playoffs is when the streams come out.
Yeah, you damn well know it's how it's gonna be if we ever lose.
Oh, we 1,000 people.
Brutal, dude. I will say this year though, for some reason, this year is gonna be brutal, dude. I don't know why. If we lose a game or whatever, like, bro, it's gonna get brutal. Thailand, yeah. But all right, y'all. Tuesday.
All right, AJ, I'm gonna see y'all Tuesday.
Later, Julian. AJ, as always.
Yes, sir.
He just like, I'm leaving before the thing ends. All right, guys.
I'm ghost.
I'm going ghost.